It's time for the Traci Schoblum Show with the creative professor, Traci Schoblum. Hello. Hello. All right, welcome back to the Traci Schoblum Show. This is, wait for it, Traci Schoblum. I want to talk to you today about the concept of making assumptions. We've all probably heard the adage. Okay. That was funny. That was actually completely perfect. That's my son. And I was I was about ready to say that we've all heard the adage that when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. And I was getting ready to say that, but I had assumed that I didn't need to tell him that I was going to be recording a podcast. And he walked right out into the middle of it. So, the thing is that we always make assumptions. So it's stupid to say, well, just don't make assumptions, because you do. We can't help it, right? Every day you get up in the morning and you go about your day and you make assumptions. You assume your car's going to start. You assume there's not going to be a massive earthquake or that's going to like shatter the building. You assume that there's not going to be a car accident on the way to work or whatever it is. So we all make assumptions. The key is to be aware of the assumptions that we're making and challenge them. So way back when I was first working with ACEs a long time ago, Larry, my late husband and the creator of ACEs, and I were working with a police officer. Okay, and the police officer wanted very badly to leave. He was here in Los Angeles. He wanted to leave LA and go back to the Midwest where his family was located and get out of police work altogether and maybe, start a security firm or, like a security company or something like that. But he wanted to leave LA and go back to the Midwest where his biological family was located. But the thing was, he was like, my wife will never go for it. We have kids, they're in the school, her family's here. So there's just no way for us to actually up and move. And we said to him, have you asked her? And he said, well, no. And we're like, all right, well then come back after you do and tell us what she said. So he went and he asked her. And to his surprise, she said, oh, I swear I never thought I'd hear you ask this question. I've been waiting for you to say, do you know how hard it is for me every day to watch you get up and go to a job you hate that is sucking the life out of you? All right. The man that I love is fading away, and absolutely I would move. I'd be perfectly happy to get out of LA. I'm still sick of the traffic too. So by questioning the assumption that she would never go to the point that he didn't even ask, they were cutting themselves off from building a life that they really loved. And sure enough, they did move to the Midwest. He did either start his own security, it was a long time ago, start his own security company or work for one or whatever. But they built this life for themselves that was more satisfying than they had here in Los Angeles. Their kids were raised in the good Midwest values, all that stuff, all because he thought to question the assumption. And just as happened, it's minor, right? Sometimes, like, I assume that I didn't need to tell my son that I was going to be recording a podcast, and sure, some point he walks out in the middle of it. I'm probably going to have to go and tell him I'm done now when I'm done. But I have created a workshop called Let Me Speak to Your Manager. And when I was creating it, I was thinking, okay, who are the people that are going to be the target market for this? And I was thinking, hotels and places with like large, numbers of employees. But then I started thinking, no, it's not even that. It's anybody who gets interrupted on a regular basis by other people when somebody else could handle it. So by me not just automatically assuming, like a summer camp wouldn't be interested, I'm not going to assume that. I'm going to question that assumption. I'm going to challenge that assumption. And that's the thing, is in our lives, we very often have these hidden assumptions. We're not even aware of assumptions that we're making about a problem until we literally write them out and think about them. So another project that I'm working on, which I'll tell you more about next week because I'm still in the middle of it, has me looking at some assumptions that I've been making, and I literally sat down. I did ACEs myself on this own problem, on the problem of, what do I do about this? And then I listed all the assumptions, and the way you do it is you write them out. You write down all your assumptions about the problem, and then you reverse it by adding in or taking away the word not. So for the police officer, it was like, my wife will not move. So if you turn it around and you go, well, my wife will move, then you ask yourself, under what conditions is that statement true? Under what conditions is the statement, my wife will move, a true statement? And then all of a sudden you go, well, maybe if I asked her, or maybe if, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the options that you were completely not even seeing open up. That is the power of ACEs. That's the power of challenging assumptions. And that's the power of really thinking about how you're making decisions in a logical, straightforward way. So that's what we got today. I actually literally thought that the big interruption today was going to be my gardeners, because they come like at this time, around this time every day, or the dogs barking. I did not see my son coming out. So anyway, I'll be back next week with all the scoop on the mysterious project that I used ACEs for. Bye. You've been listening to the Traci Schoblum Show with the creative Professor Traci Schoblum. Subscribe, like, and come back next week for more of the Traci Schoblum Show.